Hello everybody, what is going on? It is Munch818 or Ian back here with another video. Today we are going to be doing the third video in this little iteration of videos on Dreamhack Valencia. So this is going to be my day 2 reactions and my day 3 predictions. I didn't watch all the matches of day 2. So here's the issue. Valencia is 6 hours ahead of me, and since Dreamhack is such a long tournament, they want to start it really early in the morning, so about noon their time. But noon their time is 6 a.m. Eastern, and if you're on the West Coast, 3 p.m. Pacific, and then I'm sure you guys can figure it out, like 5 Central and 4 Mountain Time. So if you're in NA, you're kind of screwed. It's super early. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to make it. I think I'm going to get up early, and we can actually figure it out right here when the first match is. So it is in 8 hours and 30 minutes, so if I had to guess, roughly about 6:30 again. Man. Alright, it looks like I'm going to have to get up at 6:30 because I will not miss Fireburner's last tournament. I can't miss it. I can't do it with myself. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. But before we do, I want to remind you guys, make sure to like the video if you like the video, and subscribe if you do like videos like this and want more of them. Alright, so first, let's talk about Day 2 Group A. First, we're going to cover Round 1. Round 1 was super straightforward. All the top seeds won. Vitality beat Veloce, PSG beat Ground Zero, RG's River Rats beat Ghost Gaming, Randy Gibbons with the 3-time, and the Bricks beat Dignitas with their sub of Astral. Not sub, could be permanent, because if you guys didn't know, that's why Dignitas isn't doing too hot this tournament. They don't actually have Turbo Pulsa. Turbo Pulsa took a step away, and he's actually playing on RG's River Rats right now. That team is Corrupted G. It's the old EG roster. Corrupted G, and then Classics and Turbo Pulsa, and then Dignitas is Violent Panda, Yukio, and Astro right now, who's kind of a bubble player for the EU scene. But going off of that, Astro might be their permanent third based on how they did this weekend, because they didn't do bad for a new roster. Alright, but let's just get to it. So all the first seeds won into the semifinals. Very predictable. Vitality and RG's River Rats. Randy Gibbons team won. I think I'm just going to call him Randy Gibbons from this point forward. Randy Gibbons beat the Bricks. That was kind of an upset. A lot of people just expected the Bricks to beat them, but Randy Gibbons, you know, coming out hot, and they played really well. And then obviously Vitality. I don't think they've dropped a game all weekend. If the Twitter tweet that I read is accurate, they haven't lost a game all weekend. Sorry guys, gotta kind of belch, but I'm not gonna do it. Gotta be professional. So, all right, Veloce versus Ground Zero. Veloce pulled off the upset, the seeding upset, even though a lot of people would have had them winning. And then Dignitas beat Ghost Gaming. Then the Bricks hopped down to the lower bracket after losing to Randy Gibbons, beat Veloce, and PSG lost to Vitality, but then bounced right back after beating Dignitas. Now over to Day 2. This is going to be no cuts, by the way. This is a pretty late video. I had a bunch of stuff to do. I can get into all of that later if you guys want to check out my Discord and talk to me about it. That's where I like to have personal conversations with people, more on my Discord than more on YouTube, because you guys are busy and you don't want to sit here to the spiel. So I'm just going to get right next to it. Round 1, Cloud9 beats Mout Gang. Triple Trouble upsets beat Complexity. It's just an upset because Triple Trouble actually went and lost a match on Day 1, so they were seeded a bit lower, even though, you know, a lot of people would have Triple Trouble over Complexity because they just went to Worlds, and Complexity is now just in the RLCS. So then G2 beats NRG, and FC Barcelona beats Rogue. No surprises there. And then same reason for FC Barcelona. They just didn't look hot on Day 1, but they looked real good on Day 2. Speaking of that, over to the semifinals, G2 played FC Barcelona, and FC Barcelona looked good. G2 looked bad, didn't look very good today. I mean, their win over NRG was pretty good, but they looked pretty bad today, and FC Barcelona just looked in control of the Rogue match and their G2 match, looking great. And then Cloud9 beat Triple Trouble, not a surprise. Then over losers round 1, we have Mout Gang versus Complexity. Complexity winning that one, no surprises. And then NRG beating Rogue, as they do. NRG really just beats up on the other NA teams. That's kind of what they're known for. If you look at all the tournament history, NRG loses to Europeans a lot, but besides that, like, number 2, besides Cloud9, NRG pretty much beats all of the NA teams all the time. So But then G2 Complexity. Complexity actually pulled off the upset here, looking good, and actually took them out. And then NRG beat up triple trouble. So actually only the first and the fourth seed, the second and the third seed got knocked out. Rogue, the third seed going into this bracket, actually got last place. So, but what's unfortunate about this is anyone who lost in the lowers here actually goes home with no money, and that's why it's so unfortunate for a team like Triple Trouble. But you know what? They won their money at LAN, but they're not a sponsored team. Same with Mount Gang. They don't have orgs. They have to go to Valencia and pay for the plane ticket and pay for the hotel rooms and pay for everything all themselves. And then but you know, it's a great experience, but to go there all the way there and not get any money for it is pretty disappointing. So really just hope for those guys that send some love over to the Triple Trouble boys, because they got to pay for all that stuff out of pocket. So that is why I feel for them, and that's why I felt for like We Dem Girls' old TSM team in RLCS Season 6. They had to fly all the way to America to play, no orgless, even though they did well and they made a bunch of money. But if you don't do well, that's why there's so much more pressure on you if you do not have an org. So a good org backing you can be a good thing. And then let's get into our Day 3 predictions. So we're just going to start it off. This is going to be a pretty quick video because I've went on a lot of tangents, okay? So Vitality versus Energy. These are all best of 5s. I'm picking Energy here. Vitality is looking absolutely fantastic, but Energy for 2 reasons. Energy, there's less pressure on them. They're playing for fun, and they want their revenge. And it's Fireburner's last land, so even if they don't win, I'm going to pick them anyway. So next up, we have RG's River Rats versus Complexity. This is going to be easy. I don't even have to think about that. You guys already know why Randy Gibbons is beating them. 1, their name is freaking Randy Gibbons, and 2, they got the original 3-time. So, you know, it's not even going to be close. And then Cloud9 PSG, we always have those boys beat up the Europeans. So that's kind of what Cloud9 does. They don't really lose to European teams, or they're kind of the opposite of Energy, except for the fact that they lost the Vitality Worlds, but don't talk about that. And then FC Barcelona versus Bricks. I think this one is the most toss-up of all of the matches. 2 reasons. 1, the Bricks could show up huge like they did on day 1, or they could show up okay like they did on day 2, and FC Barcelona could show up huge like they did on day 2, or not very good like they did on day 1. So this is really a toss-up. You know, I got to go with the Bricks here. I'm rooting for my boys. Speed and a lot did very good at the last Dreamhack, so you know what, sub Kooks are in, and I think they're a little bit of a better team. I'll put it 3-2. Kooks are, you know, probably getting some clutch goal. So then going into the semifinals, Energy versus Randy Gibbons. This is really sad because obviously, you know, I want Randy Gibbons to make it to the finals, but I got to pick NRG here, guys. I honestly feel horrible going against the Randy Gibbons squad, but I would feel way more worse going against Fireburner at his last Rocket League tournament, probably ever. And then Cloud9 versus the Bricks. Cloud9, probably like an easy 4-1. Cloud9, just look at their side of the bracket. I think if Cloud9, maybe FC Barcelona gives them some trouble if FC Barcelona beats the Bricks. But I really don't see anyone else standing in their chance to the finals. And then NRG versus Cloud9. I think it's going to be close, but I think Fireburner is going to go out with a bang. And I think Fireburner is going to come out with the win here. So, guys, make sure to tune in about 6:30 a.m. I can pull up the time here. So here you can see in my taskbar, it is about 10 o'clock. So it's going to be 6:15 a.m. Guys, go check it out. Here's the final undone bracket. Go check it out. Make sure to follow my Twitter, where I will be live tweeting all of this stuff tomorrow, Munch818RL. Make sure to follow around there for all my content and Rocket League stuff. Then make sure to check out my Twitch, Munch818, as I will be streaming a weekly podcast starting extremely soon. It's going to be super exciting. I'm super pumped about it. Going to have a lot of new guests on there, and I'm super excited for it. So make sure to go check that out. And then make sure to subscribe if you do like this video. Want more videos like these, make sure to like the video if you like the video, and comment any opinions that I have down below. Check the description for my Discord, where I will talk to each and every one of you. And remember, guys, make sure to watch Dreamhack Valencia. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.